Aloha everybody and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be renovating our wash station. If you've seen my channel before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate each and every view that I get. My family and I bought a house in Japan and we decided to renovate it. I want to remind everyone that I'm not a professional. This is not professional advice, so do not take everything I say as the law. I'm just someone that likes to do DIY. I thought it'd be a fun project to renovate a house, and hopefully when you see everything that I do and all the mistakes I make and how I recover from them, you'll maybe get inspired, maybe have the courage to do it yourself. Right now is demolition day. There was some mold on the existing wall, so I'll have to tear it down and put up some new drywall. There was some mold on the floor as well. I'll have to replace some of the floor around the perimeter of the wash station. Japan's pretty strict about their rules as far as separating your trash between burnable and non-burnable items. Drywall will have to be separated.
No!
This kitchen Haita is a cleaning and sanitizing solution commonly used in Japan, and it's supposed to help with mold prevention. I'll have to wipe this on the load-bearing beams. I wanted to illustrate how I went about cutting this panel for the sink area. You're gonna draw lines on the outside of your waistline. Where the lines intersect, make an X. You're gonna drill a hole in the center of that. Then you're gonna draw lines on the outside of your hot and cold supply line, and then intersect that and drill your holes in the center. Make sure when you're drilling out your holes that you're drilling on the right side.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Don't be like my dumbass. I'm making arrows to mark the joists so that I'll know where to screw when I put the new floor down. This project took approximately 3 months to do. I've only been at the house for 2 to 3 days a week, maybe about 3 to 4 hours a day. We ran into some issues as well, so it took a little bit longer than anticipated, but we got it done. I'll use 2-inch drywall screws to secure the drywall. I'm gonna give these covers a good cleaning before I spray paint them white. I'm gonna pry this mirror off the wall by tapping some shims behind it until it loosens up. This door is gonna get cleaned, primed, and painted. I went over the process and the products I used in my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. I wanted to introduce this product. I'm gonna butcher this, but I'm gonna try anyway. Kyoryoku Shinto. It's an adhesive remover. There was some sticky adhesive left on the door frame after I peeled off the Velcro, so I needed to go ahead and spray this on. You're gonna leave it on for about 10 minutes, scrape it off, and then wipe it clean. Once that's removed, I'll go ahead and sand down the door frames and get it ready for paint. I'm laying down some mesh tape to get it ready for putty. I'm gonna be using this wide super that I used in my last videos. It sets in 30 minutes, it's easy to use, it's easy to mix, and relatively inexpensive. I'm not a professional, so if this looks a little bit messy, I do apologize, but it is easy to work with. I was doing this during the hot ass Japanese summer, so I'm sweating. But you can see me glistening in there. Once the putty is dry, go ahead and sand everything down. Make sure you wear your safety equipment, goggles, mask, gloves. It is gonna get dusty. I'm using this Happio Friends water-based paint. I couldn't find a paint store in Japan. I'm not sure if they have it. They're definitely not where I live. So I went ahead and bought this light gray and this off-white. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the two together to get the color that I want. These consent covers are gonna get spray painted. Yamato Shikui undercoat. In the last video, I used a product called Akudomeru. The yellow still came through, so I wanted to try another sealer to prevent that from happening. The ratio you're going to use here is 1 kilogram of powder to 700 milliliters of water. Once your undercoat is laid down, you can use the same powder to water ratio for your Yamato Shikui. Make sure you cut around your tape before you remove it, otherwise you're going to take out big chunks of shikui when you're done. I'm scraping up the floors to get it as smooth as possible for the new cushion floor. This step is super important. If you don't do it, you will find that you're gonna see every bump in the cushion floor. In the last video, I did do cushion floor for the bathroom. This is gonna be relatively the same process, except I am gonna have to seal two pieces together. Whatever the length of your piece is going to be, I typically add 5 centimeters to it just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. I'm gonna dry fit my cushion floor just to make sure I have everything in place before I start cutting. This tape is gonna ensure that nothing moves around while you're cutting. I've never done a room this size before. This is only the second time I've ever done cushion floor, so it is gonna look a little bit messy, but I figured it out at the end. Now I'm gonna glue the cushion floor down. I'm using the same cushion floor bond that I used in the last video. It may look like a lot of glue, but you're gonna need to cover the entire surface area. Any loose part is gonna come off if you don't glue it down. Once your cushion floor is down, remove the tape. When you're cutting the cushion floor, press down as hard as you can to make sure you get both layers. This is a seam sealer. It's supposed to help with keeping the two pieces together and kind of mask the seam. I'm not sure how necessary this is really. We wanted to try it just to see if it worked. But once you lay the cushion floor down and roll everything together, enough glue will come out to keep both pieces together. Now I'll install our new wash station, starting with the sink. All these instructions are in Japanese. Nothing was in English. I couldn't read it, but the installation on this is super easy. You can kind of go ahead and attack this without translating it. After I install the mirror, I'll do the baseboard, caulking, reinstall everything, and add a few finishing touches to complete the project. There you have it. That's the entire renovation. It was a lot of fun. Great learning experience. I want to thank you guys for checking out my channel. We still have a lot of house to do. Next, we're going to be heading upstairs to take care of the bedrooms. Stay tuned for the next video. Take care, mahalo, and aloha.
Oh shit. God damn it. Here we go. I used to think that I wasn't fine enough. I used to think that I wasn't wild enough. But you see in her, you ain't seeing me. But I guess it was all just make-believe. Now you go, what am I gonna do? So never knew what I was missing. It feels so good to be back. Sexy just like Pamela, cause Gucci not an amateur. Her FNS who basketball is Gucci finna dunk her.